suggest to the men that were there that they might go home and tell their wives, darling, you're only going to get 12 pads this month and they're going to be real flimsy.
That was the late Sue Ellen Allen speaking with me 3 years ago at the state capitol. A former prison inmate herself, Allen was a tireless advocate for female inmates. In this case, trying to persuade a House committee of 9 men why women in prison should have easier access to feminine hygiene products. That battle ending this past week, 3 years later, with a bill signed into law by Governor Doug Ducey. So what took so long? Joining us with some answers is State Representative Athena Salmon of Tempe. She sponsored the original bill back about 4 years ago to help female inmates. She co-sponsored the legislation this year. Welcome back to Square Off.
Thank you for having me.
So how will this new law, it's called the Dignity for Incarcerated Women bill, help female prison inmates?
Yeah, this is really a landmark piece of legislation. First, what was highlighted a couple years ago was basic hygienic needs like menstrual or feminine hygiene products were being denied to women in Arizona state prisons. So this is codifying into law that we are guaranteeing women unlimited access to those products, in addition to toilet paper, to soap, other hygienic products that women need. The other components that are really substantial in this bill is banning the shackling of pregnant women and providing and guaranteeing prenatal care, and then also continual access and visitation of a woman who has minors or children, because that's so important, not only for her mental health, but for the children's development as well.
So take us back to that infamous now committee hearing in February 2018. It made national news. A House committee of 9 men was hearing your bill. What was it like trying to make your case for female inmates to that committee?
It was definitely an interesting choice that the former speaker, J.D. Mesner, decided to assign that bill to that specific committee where there was no female representatives represented on the committee. It was very difficult at the time, to try and have the male majority understand and empathize with what it would be like to be a woman who is incarcerated and stripped of her freedoms and being denied hygiene products for her period that she has no control over. But it was the impetus, those optics, and then the very narrow vote in which the bill survived that committee and then was later killed in the Rules Committee. It was the impetus to really shine not only a statewide light on the issue, but also shine a national spotlight into Arizona and the suffering women were experiencing.
Yeah, the committee chair at the time, Jay Lawrence, was completely flustered by this discussion. He said he was almost sorry he had to hear the bill as it was going on. The Department of Corrections said increasing the amount of feminine hygiene products would create a potential security risk in prisons. As you said, the bill was killed, but there was some kind of deal with DOC to get more feminine hygiene products to women. What happened?
Yeah, so it was a victory at the time, but the eye was always on codifying this into law. The rule change that the Department of Corrections, quite frankly, had to make, because, again, you have half the American population who is female, that menstruates, that understands how cruel and unusual it is to deny women these healthcare products that they need. So the department had no other choice but to accommodate and change the policy. But the problem with that is that the next department director can present a change and start the process to undo the progress that we were able to establish and achieve in 2018. And so with the Dignity for Incarcerated Women Act, not only is that component now protected under the law, but in that 2018 hearing, we also tried to run an amendment to the bill to add toilet paper. This is an issue that's not in Department of Correction policy, that women also routinely face shortages and denial of access. that the bill also protects as well. So there's many other issues in addition to the menstrual product issue embedded in this legislation.
Protecting toilet paper for our female inmates. Boy, you need a law to do that. Well, State Representative Athena Solomon, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.